Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome back to Mastodon Comics and Music. Another episode of Weird War Tales, an underrated gem of the Bronze Age, Part 2. Today I'll be going over the next few issues, starting with issue number 8. This is the only issue in which Neal Adams did the cover on and story inside. The cover story being Thou Shalt Not Kill. Story about the Golem, a Jewish mythological figure who is, in a sense, a protectorate, a mythical protector of the Jewish people. And this story, which will be the feature story for this episode that I will show in the interiors. Fantastic story. I really enjoyed the story. The rest of the issue was great as well. This issue was released in November of 1972. Again, this is issue number 8. Next, issue 9. This was released in December of 1972. Cover art by Nick Cardy, the incomparable Nick Cardy. Cover story, The Promise. The story is about an icy battlefield going into Russia, and how the Russian winters have always been a very nasty thing to invading armies. And this ice field is the highlight of this particular story. Great story, great cover. Nick Cardy is an awesome artist, or was an awesome artist. Going on to issue number 10, another Nick Cardy cover. Who is haunting the haunted chateau? Great issue. Released in January 1973. This story is about the set in World War II, and a group of soldiers take refuge in this castle, and they discover that it is haunted, and they have not an adventure, but the ghost who is haunting the chateau assists them. It is later found out that this scenario is not exactly what it seems. Next up, issue number 11. Released in February of 1973. Another fantastic Nick Cardy cover. This issue is kind of unique in that the stories within it, there were five stories, and they had a common thread throughout them, which was a same story, same soldier was threaded throughout different perspectives in battles throughout different dates, spanning from October of 1918 in World War One to a future war in 2047. Fantastic story. I really enjoyed it. And as you see the on this cover, hey, according to this, you died 3 weeks ago. Kind of give you a taste of what went on. And finally, for this episode, number 12, an incredible Mike Kaluta cover. This one was released in March of 1973, kind of earlier at a high point in Kaluta's career in the comics industry, when he was beginning to do more issues. Um, to my knowledge, this is the only cover. I think he had a few stories later on in the series, but I believe this is the only cover that Mike did um, in the Weird War Tales run. Fantastic cover story, God of Vengeance. Just the look on their faces and the way Kaluta was able to convey their utter dismay. Just absolutely awesome. Um, Now I'll go in and we'll show you the interiors for this story. All right. Issue number 8, the cover story, Thou Shalt Not Kill. Here we see the side view of the golem. This story again was done by Neil Adams and Mr. Kanigher. Excuse me, Harper. I don't want to say Kanigher. The baleful January moon in 1943 stares down at the corner of occupied Prague, where a statue stonily ignores his crushed and bloody bodies of the dead, staining the street, and is deaf to the raving of a lone survivor staggering amongst the carnage. And obviously the soldiers are occupying the area, and the local populace comes to the statue, and Gollum, if only you could help us. Gollum, you were fashioned out of clay by our ancient rabbi to save us from our oppressors. Deliver us from the Nazis. Babbling, sanctimonious fool. Fire! The Nazis kind of do what Nazis do, and they attack the people. At night, the eyes begin to glow. Suddenly, my brain shrank as the eyes of the statue lit up. Gott im Himmel! The golem, it is alive, moving toward Hauptmann Kunz's quarters. The golem comes alive, and he begins to do what the golem does. Here we see the continuation of the story, and this soldier bears witness to the entire thing. The golem comes for me now. It is true that we perish. We wage murder, not war. There must be somewhere left to tell this tale. Someone left to tell this tale. And the golem did spare him so that this story might be told. So that's it for this episode of Weird War Tales, an underrated gem of the Bronze Age. Definitely, please, if whenever you see these out, check them out, pick them up, grab them. If you can read them in the store, read it in the store or wherever. But definitely pick these up. They're great reads. They're very, very fun reads. The art is always fantastic. The cover art, the interior art. This issue in particular was very fun. That story was great. It really stood out to me. And thank you for watching. If there are any issues that I show that you want to see the interiors highlighted, please leave a comment and tell me which one that is, and I will be happy to make a video and show the interiors. In the meantime, be on the lookout for the next episode, and keep collecting, keep reading, and keep sharing.